We first heard about Loving on Purpose at Bethel Church in Redding, California, where we were attending the School of Ministry.
2007.
Yeah, we were attending the School of Ministry as an engaged couple. And a pastor there realized what trouble we were in as he was trying to counsel us. So we went through Defining the Relationship course, which was really probably the first introduction to things like trust, the 7 pillars.
Differences and challenges and compatibility and where we were breaking down.
Yes, and honor and all of those things. So after going through the Defining the Relationship course, we got married. We made it through that and realized we're going to be great. We're going to get married. And we realized early on into our marriage, we need more tools. Should we do the course again? And at that time, a pastor at Bethel Church, Jason Valentin, handed me in particular a teaching of Danny's called Unpunishable. It wasn't a book at the time, it was a teaching. And I listened to it and it stopped me in my tracks, literally. I pulled the car into our garage and I just couldn't turn it off. I just wept in the car realizing that this was actually the reason behind so much of our dysfunction and we were unhappy in our marriage early on.
We were masters at punishing one another and having really creative ways to punish each other for things we didn't like. And so a message that we were unpunishable and we should be living in the same grace that Jesus showed us towards one another was like, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
We never looked at our relationship that way.
And then we started to consume just all of the Loving on Purpose resources that there were at the time. We were reading Culture of Honor, and we knew that there was more for us. So we just kind of started on a track, and it was healing our relationship from the inside out, just transforming. And then fast forward to having kids, we took the Loving Your Kids on Purpose course in person, luckily, when our daughter was 2, and learned red cup, blue cup. You choose or I choose, easy way or hard way.
It's funny, prior to her being born, we had read like 1,000 parenting books, and I don't feel like any of it was anywhere near as helpful as that class that we took. We were like, we can actually go home and apply this today.
And it was fun to see the tools that were shaping our marriage and got us from a place of so much dysfunction into health and happiness and wholeness was now going through our parenting.
One of the earliest things that stood out to me was the concept of connection, and that being kind of central to not only our marriage, but I would say what's been so effective in our parenting is that being the vision of our family.
Yeah.
That so, hey, if we're going to go through even if we're going to go through a super hard season or a super hard situation, if we can all keep just this simple idea of connection at the center. There's a bunch of tools to be able to do that, but to keep that as a vision for our family has been absolutely transformative, and to see our kids totally get on board with that. And they actually understand pretty quickly what that means, especially when the heat is on, situations are tense. Everyone can kind of pretty quickly go, oh, wait a minute, I remember what we're fighting for. And it's been
cool to see from the beginning of us building our family all the way through to where we are now. When I read Imperfect Parenting, I'm a perfectionist. I'm not kidding. The thing I repeat in my head almost daily is, the goal is connection, not perfection. And it's just been, it was like another tool in the tool belt that is helping us at this point in our kids' life. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the whole Loving on Purpose library has shaped our family and transformed it. And it's why we are, I think, where we are right now. And so now as pastors of people and discipling young people and walking with engaged couples and young families and marriages and singles, it is just such a joy to go, this is not just things that we think you should read or listen to or do. This is why we're this way. Like all of this, any of this fruit, it's because of these resources. And so now we get to lead a whole community in taking part of the resources, which is, amazing. Yeah,
so we tell leaders all the time about loving on purpose, because even the way that we model it in our family, we're watching how what we build in our marriage, what we build within the context of our family at home with our kids. Ourselves. All of that stuff bleeds directly into the teams that we lead, the church that we're helping build. And it's actually amazing. I'll find myself all the time navigating hard situations with people I'm leading, and I'll realize, oh my gosh, I just switched into father mode in this exact moment. I'm almost doing the exact same tool set that I use in marriage and communication with my children, with boundaries or expectations. All the same things are flowing out. And so I think what it's helped us do as leaders is there's just a continuity. Like if you came to our home, you're going to find the same exact culture that you're going to find if you jump into a worship team meeting. We're going to have the same level of honor, the same level of I communicated boundaries and expectations so that you can succeed. All of these things are the exact same thing I do with my children. So I'm not overly frustrated at people I'm leading because I didn't tell them what I expected of them. And so I think watching those tools come to life at home, come to life at church, it will affect your leadership in an incredible way, because you also get to lead in authenticity. I'm not putting on a different hat at home or a different hat at church. It's like I am the same person. The continuity is there. It's easy to actually live stable and consistent when you're the same in all those scenarios.